Hi everybody, it's been a pretty long time, but I finally have the studio up and running in its new space. So let me give you a quick tour. I do have a fan running, so hopefully that doesn't pick up too much on the video. This is the room that in a lot of people's houses would probably be the family room, and it's the room that leads to our back deck. So let me start you off over here. It's still a bit of a mess and, a state of flux, but I have all my ceramic books. I have my ElfQuest comics that need to be put away safely. I have my books on art business and creativity. I have some special and meaningful pieces. I will do a later video where I talk about some of the artwork in the studio. My desk area. Also, my shipping area, because that's just the easiest when I'm shipping small things, and printing, filing, storing. I love a bulletin board. Yeah, that's 2 bulletin boards, both for things that need to be done and then for some inspirational things. Artwork, postcards, and badges. So the studio proper is 3 different work tables, 3 different zones. I did manage to fit in this older chair that was kind of an orphan when we rearranged things in the house. So it's really wonderful to have a comfy spot to sit if I'm doing research or reading, and to not have to leave the studio, to kind of still keep that studio energy going. This is the main work table, and so the slab roller is on this side. Since I don't have to roll slabs every time I'm in the studio, I can just come around this table, roll the slabs, and put a board over the slab roller as extra work surface when it's not in use. Of course, this room has no sink, so I have a 2-basin system. There's 1 basin set up right now, but for rinsing and for washing things, then I can dump the water outside and not have those particulates go down the drain. I just today put up a checklist on this clipboard because as things are getting back to, as I'm getting more active in the studio and trying to get back in touch with my creative energy, then I do have more ideas and I want to keep track of things. So I am working on both labyrinths and butterflies right now. These guys just came out of the kiln. And there is a blog post coming on butterflies and the symbolism and why this was important to me during lockdown, why I was working on that. There's a crossover between butterflies and labyrinths, and I'm doing some new pieces. There's a little elven face, shrine figure, so we'll see how that turns out. She will also have leaves and butterflies. I decided to go for aesthetics and inspiration and keep the vibe of the place really welcoming. So I didn't go for tall shelves to store a lot of things on the walls. I have some storage tucked under the table, both for molds and boards. And then under the next table, you can see all the molds for my tiles. Now, I'm working very hard to keep this place clean because clay dust is, of course, the problem in a ceramic studio. So I sweep almost every day and wet mop in between. Keep my hands washed, keep the counters washed, and so far things are going okay. This work table is kind of my favorite spot to sit right now. I sit here and I do my morning journaling with a cup of coffee. I'm currently working on The Artist's Way, so I might go more into that in a future video? Yep, right. Video or blog post. So this table I think will work well for small things. Up there on the right, you see the molds for my pendants, but also journaling, research, detailed work, and some art journaling as well. Now, this room does have a fireplace, so that's pretty exciting to me. Again, I've been able to put artwork everywhere and decorate my mantle. We'll pull back and show you the whole fireplace. My goal is to have a big copper cauldron in there at some point, but I do have some candles right now, and of course a dog bed for Zoe. Over here, moving to the last zone, under the window, is the glazing table. So making the most of the natural light and having, right now, currently jars out that I'm going to be glazing some pendants, but you know, brushes and a plant. I'm not really a good plant mom. It's a new skill I'm trying to cultivate. Yeah, I did just go there, cultivate. And this is the pie safe, which you may have seen in pictures, but if I can reach in here, this was in my grandparents' basement. They had a dirt floor in a dugout excavated basement in their house in Wharton, Maryland. And this pie safe was in pretty bad shape, but with a little TLC and some paint, it is now the glazed cabinet. So it makes me really happy to have both family history and an extremely cool piece of furniture. It fit in that spot like it was made for it, so it made me pretty happy. So this is the new studio. I do have storage and the kilns, of course, still downstairs, but I'm loving it. I do need to address the lighting situation since that utility clamp light is not ideal, but you know, one step at a time. It's nice to get back to work, try and work on some new things, even though all the shows for the year have canceled and there's definitely a feeling of uncertainty. But that's what we're all dealing with right now. So I hope you like this. Subscribe. I'm gonna try and do a video a week to start and then ramp up. It's all very new to me, so bear with me. Hope you like that tour of the studio. Thanks.